marked in the pantheon of great rivalries, but this has always been fierce, and both of these teams know if they survive and advance from here, a host of opportunities lie ahead. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. It's the LSU Tigers and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Checking in with the Rebels head coach. Obviously, it's every team's plan to run the ball each and every game. But today, he challenged his offensive line to help his running back get the record. They know that he's been so productive in his career, and today he has an opportunity to get the rushing touchdown record. So in the red zone, I will be shocked if they don't get this guy the ball. They all want him to receive the rock because he has meant so much to this team and to this program. Expect that to be a big focal point of the running game today. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Set of downs going up top. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Need 10 yards on this third down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you could regroup, because this environment is hostile.
Fields the punt. Slips through the line. There he goes. Open it up. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Great place to start for this offense. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, the ground game. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Keep it on the ground. They were all over it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Changing the routes with his receivers. To the air. It's Marks. They got him, and down he goes. And what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Looking for room. It's Simon. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And the sack comes from the middle linebacker, who is the quarterback of the defense. Not only does he get everybody lined up, make all the calls, play the run, he can also rush the passer and sack quarterbacks. What a job.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. On the move. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision.
How about the effort by the running back? Great job. Listen, it's not an ideal situation, but when you get yourself backed up like that, and it's...
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Snapped on 4th down. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
Guys, you just say Magnolia Bowl, and it sounds elegant and pristine and reserved.
And Ole Miss and LSU, anything but. Charges of clock malfeasance, downright cheating back in the old days just to get a leg up in this rivalry game.
It feels like they've been playing this game since the Louisiana Purchase and Napoleonic Law. They've been playing it forever down south in an area of the country where sometimes it just feels like it matters more. I can't wait to see what happens today.
And I love what Reese says. Cheating, yeah. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. And both these schools, obviously, so closely connected. Games are usually really, really good. A ton of talent on the field. Big bragging rights on the line.
This time he's got his man. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. Looking downfield, it's Marks. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29.
Now on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
And the Rebels with the 1st and 10. The give. There he goes. Got some room into the goal line. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss. The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
2nd and long here. Inside, it's Simon. Makes a man miss.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Escapes the pressure to his right. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Well, just a really nice job there on that 3rd down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up 4th down.
Couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. That one's not even close. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Stepping to the right. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Trying to make one miss. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. Sells the run, looking to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Got it down the field. He's loose. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
And that had to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no rhyme or reason why a receiver should be that wide open, that deep down the field. Defense, they better check themselves.
This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Keeps it on the ground. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
Give to the running back. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top as we get a look at the numbers so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Quarterback changing the play. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. The officials move it 5 yards back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action on 1st down. Moving out to the right. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Marks. They're all over him. And to get rid of it quickly.
That really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10. Makes a grab and room to run. He's at the 50, the 30, running inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's 1st down. Making the adjustment on the play. The run to the left. Turning it on. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Rebels. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Makes a move. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. And and no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Rebels offense is back on the field. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Under pressure. Out of the backfield, he's open. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Making the adjustment. They'll run it. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Marks. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On play action. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Looking for a crease. It's Simon. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And, man, we've all experienced these rivalry games and how much fun they are. And this offense had a lot of fun a year ago, right? Like, they dominated this rivalry. They've been kind of hot coming in. And I really look forward to seeing this running back. Can he be physical? Because you know the anger, the animosity, all the stuff that comes with these rivalry games, you need your running back to set the tone and have a great game.
Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be 2nd down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
They'll run it on the counter. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. And the Tigers are marching down the field. Wants to throw one first. Back's got it on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And it's something you learn as a pass rusher all the time, man. If I beat that tackle immediately, right away, there's usually a reason. They're wanting me to run upfield. He plays the screen beautifully. The defensive end stays home, sees it, makes a tackle on the running back, and prevents the big play.
The Tigers moving quickly to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This really has been a tale of two quarters for this offense. They were shut out in the first quarter, and they've been lighting the scoreboard up in the second. Give this offensive coordinator some credit. He found a rhythm. He was able to get this offense churning big plays out one after another, and right now they are playing with tons of confidence.
And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. How talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Long way to go on second down. Back to pass, it's Bryant. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 20. All the way back. Touchdown, Tigers. There's still plenty of time here, but huge momentum on their side.
Huge momentum. Way to get out the gates early. Early in the game to get up a couple scores, that is a beautiful thing. Takes the pressure off, puts the pressure immediately on the other side of the football. What a start.
And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. And the offense suddenly with an opportunity it couldn't have expected with a 1st and goal after the pick. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and the score is 35-17. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Sends it back in motion. He's changing the play. Back to throw, it's Bryant. It's complete to the left. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you
just keeps moving. On the move at the 30. Turning on the Jets. Touchdown, Rebels. He would not be denied.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Hits inside. It's Simon. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going. He now has 74 yards rushing in this one and within striking distance of a 1,000-yard season. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run him again. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looking for a gap. It's Simon. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Quick give. It's Simon. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He's looking to throw. Here comes the heat. Did the work himself. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
That has to sting as a defense. In a 3rd and obvious passing situation, you're going against this dual-threat quarterback you know can scramble, right? You've got to have somebody at home either spying him or mirroring him, expecting that to happen. That time, the defense wasn't in the right position, and the quarterback absolutely killed them with his legs, picking up the first down.
The give to the back. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. Third and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets open down the middle. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Makes a grab. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. They will score! Touchdown, LSU!
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Looking downfield, it's Bryant. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off for the third time today. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Drops back on first down. Finds his man. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Anytime the ball goes in the air towards him, I feel like it's his. Like, there are no 50-50 balls. He just makes plays game after game, play after play, and you see him featured in this offense for a reason. He's one of the best in the country, not just at the wide receiver position, period. This guy's in the Heisman Trophy conversation as a receiver.
Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Looking to pass. It's Bryant. Rush right in his face. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with Texas taking on the Kentucky Wildcats.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Moving the pocket, it's Bryant. It's complete to the right. Breaks into the open. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
That is a huge play for the offense, but you know the defense is just kicking themselves. They had them set up in second and long, and that was just a short throw. All you got to do is rally to the ball carrier and bring him to the ground. They couldn't get it done. Way too many yards after the catch, and they give up a big one on defense.
What an impact from that last explosive play. They were pinned down in their own territory, now 1st and 10 from their own 45. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Fresh set of downs going up top. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Gets the back moving. Second down, gonna throw it. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
Man, that's a big stop on this first drive. That's got to energize this defense. They didn't have a great first half. Let's just call it what it is. They could have done a lot better. But to come out, make some adjustments, get a stop on this first possession, that's a good sign for this defense.
They punted away on 4th down. Looks it in. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Right back to it. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Time to take a shot. And it's picked off right at the goal line. He'll try to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Looking to throw, it's Bryant. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Rebels. The AT unit on the field. Splits those uprights right in half. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Second down to the air. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Tigers. And the route is on. His 17th touchdown of the season and 3rd of this game. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Rebels offense is back on the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. They
get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
The Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Tight end now in motion. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. They'll take the penalty and move them back. And the disjointed start just looks sloppy when you get a false start. It's 2nd and long. Wants to throw. It's Bryant. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. First play of this drive. Finds his tight end. There he goes. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. To the back. Fights off the defender. He now has 111 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Bring him down. The Rebels in the hurry-up. Changing the routes with his receivers. They'll send the tight end in motion. Trying to slip through and pick it up. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. And it's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
The lone back's got it. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Bryant. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Brings it down on the right side. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
And what a huge play for the offense. Hitting that throw not only is big for their confidence, but it also flips the field.
And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback changing the play. The give to the lone running back. Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. And the extra point splits the upright. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And the house call coming on the run from the 23. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Fresh setter downs going to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Out wide left, it's Allen. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. We can only imagine more fireworks ahead here in the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They just keep firing. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Goes high to pull it in. Touchdown, Tigers. He got a step and just dusted the field. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Making the adjustment on the play. They'll ride him again. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Bryant. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Needs it here on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's.
Got enough space. Touchdown LSU. And they take it in for 6 more points. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Making the adjustment. Trying to establish the run. Shakes off the defender. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the 4th quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. The hand to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. The 40, the 30, at the 20. Touchdown, Rebels. Roll his way into the end zone. He'll try to tack on one more. Right down the middle. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he capped it off with a 65-yard touchdown run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And the Tigers are in the hurry-up.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
On target. Stop right there. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Look out. He's going to throw deep right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
I spent time with a lot of coaches when you got a huge lead in the 4th quarter and they say run the football. And
look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Got to make the play on 4th. Unloads to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He's changing the play. Scanning the field, it's Bryant. Gets rid of it. Turns it upfield. Terrific run after the catch, but the question is, will it stand? The flag is out, and let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. So that'll cost them a down, 2nd and long after the illegal forward pass. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. Looking to the big tight end. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Fires to the big fella. Finds a crease at the 20. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. If there's time on the clock, keep trying to score.
Incomplete, a 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
This guy reminds you a little bit of Devontae Smith back in Alabama winning the Heisman. This guy makes plays week in, week out. Top 5 right now in the nation in receiving yards, and that's why he's in the Heisman discussion.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He wants to throw it again. Out wide right, it's Temple. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. LSU lining up first and goal. He's looking to pass. Big guy smells it. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. Hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. At the 35, he's loose. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. First down here for the offense. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Breaks into the open. At the 20. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy. And this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
They got the explosive play. Now to finish the deal, it's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Here we go, ready. Blue 22, blue 22. Sit.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. They give it back to him. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Third and long right here. Quick handoff. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. Timeout called by LSU. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. What a disappointment. No good. Hoping to cut into that lead, and they did not. The lead is huge.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Wants to throw one first. Right down the middle. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Offense bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. Dropping back, it's Bryant. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Motion from the wide receiver. Sells to fake. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Timeout is called with just a single second left. After this, it'll be a wrap. Snapped on 4th down. That's it. A sack to end it as they finish off this one in style. The Magnolia Bowl goes to LSU as the Tigers take care of Ole Miss. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Paul.